Hello everybody, I wanted to do a little bit of an introduction on my YouTube channel, a little bit about me. I am Christina. I am the owner of my practice called Cheers to Health. I'm a registered nurse with my Bachelor's of Science degree in nursing and a certificate in nutritional therapy practitioner. I am happily married, have two amazing kids, have lots of chickens and ducks, an amazing dog that I'm petting right now. And I've been a nurse for almost 20 years, which is literally insane to me. I really started delving into the holistic space once my oldest had eczema. I think I might have touched on that in the first video. And just something about me that has really kind of changed a lot into how I'm practicing was the death of my dad. My father passed away already 7 months ago, which is really insane. It was traumatic, it was sudden, and it really sucked. On my Instagram and Facebook, I've been pretty transparent about my grief journey, and it's really pivoted me in my practice to really address that emotional component in health. And as I am going through my healing, I'm finally feeling like I'm healing. That is something that I take a lot of pride in my practice, because there's just so many things that are just not discussed with providers when it comes to mental and emotional and spiritual health. It's just more focused on physical. And what I'm learning going through my own process is that if you don't have the mental and emotional lined up, it's very difficult to make any sort of progress in one's health. And there is a lot that we do need to shed as we're going through life. And, I've had to do a lot of identity work with myself. Who am I after the death of my dad? He passed away with me and my mom next to him. Again, very traumatic. I can talk about this now without getting emotional, because, I don't want his death to go in vain. And, there's just a lot of good that has come out of this tragedy. And that is really the fire in my business, is getting people to give a hoot about their health. Take it seriously. Like, you have it one day here and the next it can be gone. And you hear so much like, what does a sick person want? They just want their health. I don't want you guys to wait until it's too late to then actually take action and do something about it. If you have the ability to do something about your health, be proactive. What are you waiting for? Oftentimes it's fear. I don't have support. And that's what I do in my practice. I work with my one-on-one clients. I am there with you. I am here with you. I'm not here to advertise my business, but like that is my passion. You're not alone. And these journeys can feel really lonely, especially if you're changing your lifestyle and your family's not on board, which again is very common. You have a spouse that doesn't believe in eating organic while the other one sees the benefits. And it's tough. It's not an easy thing to go through. So I just wanted to share a bit of my heart with you guys, that that's where I am. And slowly I will be talking about grief, how it's changed me. But again, I'm happy you guys are here. Thank you for subscribing, and I might do like a little podcast or something. I don't know, but we'll see. So if you guys have any topics you want me to talk about, grief I'm very passionate about, because I'm realizing that so many of us suffer alone, and that doesn't have to be. The grief path is very lonely at times, even though you have a house and you have friends and you have a support system, but it can be very lonely and very scary. So that is something that I'm pretty passionate about, because again, people suffer alone. They find themselves into drugs and just things that are, kind of self-sabotaging, because they're just trying to put away their emotions, when we need to work through those emotions, as awful and as painful as they are. So thank you for being here. I just kind of wanted to do a reintroduction. Thank you to my subscribers, and hope to see you soon.